design idea where you've got the thick square back band and then it tapers down to a bead on the inside, but a significantly different look when it's installed. And maybe this is just a key molding on a couple of cased openings, maybe even arched, you know, on the first floor right outside the entry as you walk into a house or something. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
I do.
Please.
So I've been doing this for a while, and I've always worked with moldings and worked off of the WM system.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed, because we do a lot of different regions, and all of us work in different regions. Some work in we all work in Florida and the Mid-Atlantic. We also
Right.
work in the South, North Carolina, Georgia, etc. I've come now to specifying moldings in some of these regions, and the WM seem to be different.
They do vary a little bit.
So what is going on with all that today, and how does that
The
work?
WM, what has happened is when WM originally set up all the molding profiles, they had their book or catalog of moldings. And most of them were made by national mills, and so they kept the spec the same and they sent them out to every place that needed them. Well, now everybody and their grandmother has a molder and they can make their own molding. And so somebody might want a WM 97 casing, but for their customer they wanted a little bit different, so they change it. That could have happened 20 or 30 years ago. It's now been entered into somebody's catalog as WM97, but the shape is a little bit different. We have our own molder. We probably have over 1,000 different knives of different profiles, because we'll do custom moldings for people all day long. We'll match existing stuff for restoration projects, and we will get somebody that gives us a molding, says, oh, this is number WM445. And even in our catalog, we have WM445 and DC99. Quarter-inch difference in width, but they look exactly the same from the front. You just don't notice that quarter-inch difference. So that they've just been bastardized over the years, unfortunately. In our catalog, we use the original WM profiles, but we also have additional profiles, which are Smoot profiles. There are SM profiles, and Smoot molding has been around for over 130 years, 140 years now, I guess. They've been bought out and kind of have withered away. But their profiles are still used throughout the Mid-Atlantic area, and we stock all of their major profiles. We also have our own profiles, which are part of this matching collection, which are called CL profiles, and that was from a company that I started almost 20 years ago called Classic Molding and Door, and we were in the custom molding and manufacturing business, and we supplied builders with these unique shapes and designs that we came up with, and you'll find them in the catalog. And we've got everything separated in the catalog by casings and baseboards, and you'll see these same shapes that we were talking about earlier, and you'll see that they're scaled in different sizes, and there's many more than what I've brought here to take a look at. So please take your time to flip through here. There's also some information about our mill shop and some of our other capabilities. Back on the door side again, this is something that's brand new to TruStyle, and newer because the modern designs are really coming back. And this catalog has some really neat accent doors, and I'll be happy to hand this out to anybody who wants it. Doing things with glass and horizontal rails, metal inserts, leather inserts. It's very, very cool. You know, you do a library or a study, you know, a man cave with these leather inserts, alligator skin looking stuff, really cool stuff. They also have some very unique glass inserts, so I'm more than happy to hand these out to anybody that might be interested in taking a look at some of this material for additional ideas and things, as well as this TruStyle catalog, which has literally everything you wanted to know about doors and not. But that's all I have today. I wanted to try to keep it to about an hour, and it looks like it's 1 o'clock and time for cookies. Anybody have any questions?
Yes, I have another one.
Sure.
Okay, so you also supply lumber.
Yes.
Okay, I'm a little familiar with you. I've actually worked with you personally for my own stuff. But so if I was to come to you as a local builder or whatever, and I wanted to also, not only will I get my moldings from you, I'll also purchase some lumber because I have a designer who specified something, and they wanted some basic 1x6s and 1x4s or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
What are the species of wood that you are going to carry stock in your houses for them to access quickly?
We stock mahogany, oak, poplar, and some cherry at some of the branches. If we don't have it at all branches, we can usually transfer it from one branch to the other next day. If it's other species other than that, we can actually usually get it relatively quickly and run it through our mill shop and custom make it in our mill shop.
That's expensive. A stock product is gonna be more economical. generally.
Not all the time. Believe it or not, we do custom runs of molding that are less expensive than some of our stock moldings. It depends on the quantity and the profile. You know, we don't have to inventory it. You know, there is some carrying costs involved in all of our inventory and stuff, but sometimes custom things can be less expensive.
And you use the term oak, that's kind of a wide range there. Can you be more specific?
Red oak. Yeah. White oak we won't have in stock, but we can get it for you usually in a couple of days. Anybody else? One other thing I'd like to point out is, like you have a personal project, we get involved in a lot of custom home builders work, and we will meet with the designer, the architect, or the homeowner on site, you know, to discuss a particular project. We've looked at a few things here that were very generic, but if you have a particular project in mind, a customer that you're working with, and they have some ideas of what they want, or you've got some ideas of what you want to do, I'm always available to meet with you, and you know, I can pick stuff out of the catalog and direct you to something that's going to be, you know, out of the book or stock or relatively easy to get for your customer. If it's talking about the CNC design work, I've been doing CAD work for years, and I'm more than happy to help you out with that as well.
Where is your mill located?
Our custom mill shop is in Savage, halfway between Baltimore and Washington, right off of 95. It's about if you take 200, it's only about a 20-minute drive from here. We do offer mill shop tours. If anybody's interested in coming over and taking a look at what we can do, we would be more than happy to show you around.
Is that something you all might be interested in? And would that be helpful at all?
It's really neat. You can see the built-ins being made and the CNC router being used. It's a really great.
And what I didn't touch on here is some of our capabilities as TW Perry is, you know, we do have this 42,000 square foot mill shop. We build custom furniture. We build custom built-ins and libraries. Our custom mill shop right now is booked about 16 weeks. But if you had a room that had a unique piece of furniture that you couldn't find anywhere, you needed custom made, we can do that in our shop. We work with a lot of the area designers doing custom furniture for them, a custom desk, armoire, maybe it's a sofa table or something. I do have other presentations that focus just on our custom millwork ability, but I thought what I would do today is just to kind of touch on some of the basic examples of millwork, you know, architectural woodwork in our area.